We got a big bird this week.
Big Bird.
Big old bird. It's very big.
Hmm.
Yeah. Got that and some other stuff happening this week on Jared and I Watch Inuyasha. It is episode 157. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Allen, Lady
Hello.
We are discussing season 6, episode 16, or episode 154, entitled The Demon Linked with the Netherworld. It's the big bird.
It's the big bird that's been hovering around for the past 10 episodes.
Yes, big bird.
Big Bird.
Also, new opening this week.
Yeah, I didn't realize that we were gonna get a new opening. I
Yeah,
thought
me
that we were
either.
done.
Because it
Um,
started out with the whole recap thing, and I was like, that's weird. I guess this is
mhm.
an interesting way to start this episode. Then go into an actual song. It's like, wait a minute, where's my good music at?
Damn.
Now we got an actual song that will take
Take us to
us
the end.
from now to the end of the original series,
Hmm.
and I do believe we get another ending in between now and then as well.
Oh, do we?
I think so.
I thought Brand New World was the end, but I also thought that
Maybe I'm
other
wrong,
one was
but
the
also
end
they
too.
might just have special endings songs for the final episodes or something.
Yeah, because this one runs to 166. And 167 is the last episode, I think.
167 is My Will. It's the first ending
The first
theme.
ending, yeah.
Was that? Did we have that, or was that one of the ones that just got taken from us?
No, we had that.
Okay, I wasn't. I couldn't. It's been a long time since we were that far back, so it's hard to keep track with the weird music licensing issues with this series.
No, that's fair, but My Will is one of the really iconic
Right.
Inuyasha endings.
Well, it makes sense why it would come back for the final one. So yeah, I guess we will technically have a new ending out for the final episode. But yeah,
Quote
we'll still be
unquote.
stuck with instrumental till then.
Instrumental.
But yeah, a nice surprise for an
Yeah.
opening. This week we get Inuyasha goes to find Kikyo because the little gal showed up and was like, "Hey, she wants to see you. All right, see you later." And Baroku sees that and is like,
Oh
"Two
boy.
lights. That was weird." Anyways, I'm going back to bed.
He
Um,
was a little like "Rrrr."
yeah. Inuyasha and Kikyo have a discussion about what Naraku's going to do. She tells him that basically Naraku's going to lure them into this trap with him bringing down the barrier around the nest,
Mhm.
and he wants to get Kagome's eyes because she can find out where the last shard of the jewel shard is.
Yes.
And that's his plan and everything and all that. Boring Inuyasha and Kikyo stuff happens.
Fart
And then
noises.
and then she gives him an arrow. It's like, hey, give this to Kagome. She'll figure out if she needs to use it or not. I don't know. And then he leaves.
Hmm.
We go to the next day where everyone realizes what's happened and Inuyasha still hasn't come back. And Moroku and Sangha are just like, oh boy, this is gonna be a thing. Shippo's
Yep.
like, I gotta be ready. I gotta keep everyone together. Kagome's just sitting there by herself, and then Inuyasha shows up and is just like, hey, what's up? I went to saw Kikyo and everything. She's told me to give you this arrow.
They're like, oh man, he came right out and said it.
It's got the dirt from Onigumo's cave on it, so you could use it against Naraku if you want. And all that. And everyone else comes down and is like, wait a minute, why don't you tell her everything that happened? He's like, no, that's kind of it. I just wanted to see she was alive and we'd kind of exchanged information. That's basically it. And everyone's like, I don't know about that. And even Kagome's like, I trust you, Inuyasha, but tell me what really happened. And he's like, I did. I don't know what to do.
Why are you mad at me?
Uh, and then some demons are just floating through the sky as it's stormy and everything.
Mhm.
Sesshomaru and his group are just hanging off on a cliff,
Just
and he's just
chilling.
like, Naraku's sense nearby. Anyways, let's go. That's the last we see
That's
of
less
them.
of them.
That's it. Inuyasha and the gang go towards the bird nest because they pick up the scent of Naraku, and they're like, we should do that and everything.
Hmm.
Inuyasha is basically like, yeah, I will protect you, Kagome. If anything bad happens to you, things are going to get more dangerous. I'll protect you from Naraku. And she's like, Okay,
Sure.
thanks.
All right.
All right. Princess Abe's mother is healed. She's doing better now. Naraku shows up and is like, ha 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 ha, look at me, I'm here. I'm gonna fight you now. And then Princess Abe's mom busts out of the cave and there's a big bird.
Big bird.
Um,
She tries to set him on fire.
tries to set him on fire and he's just like, oh, I moved out of the way. And then she just eats him.
Yep. Nom nom.
I think it would have been way funnier if they just killed Naraku right here.
Can you imagine those? Okay, what do we do now?
That would have been very funny. I think this episode has solidified for me that I think Naraku is a very boring villain.
Yeah, he kind of sucks.
And also, I think one of the problems with this series is that kind of like all the villains are good. They're just very boring and one-dimensional.
I think the most interesting one is Kagura
Right.
because she has the whole conflict of like wanting to be free of all this.
She's probably the most interesting, but again, it's not like
Yeah, I mean, like
it's a stiff competition between her and anyone else.
we're choosing something of the best at the Dollar Tree, so
Yeah. I think the whole thing with Naraku is just like he's been around since the beginning of the series and just like we go so long with stretches where he just doesn't show up and then when he does show up he's just like I got plot armor, I can't be defeated. Ha 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 ha. It's just like come on.
yeah.
Let's just at this point it's just like let's just get this over with already.
Yeah.
I'm done with this guy.
Well, you're not done with him yet. You still got you
no.
got the rest of this series and the
Final
final
act.
acts, which actually does address things that need to be addressed with him. Finally.
Yeah, he got chomped up, and then everyone's like, "Yay, we did it!" And then Inuyasha
Yay.
and the gang show up, and they're like, "Where's Naraku?" And Princess Abe's mom's like, "I ate him."
I do love that Moroku's like, with all due respect, but I don't believe that you guys actually killed him.
They're like, "No, we did it." And then he just busts through her skull, the big bird skull, and just crawls out and is like, "Hey, what's up?
Hey.
I'm here." And then he kills Princess Abe by just throwing a bunch of spikes at her as she's just flying at him and that she could easily have avoided. And then she disintegrates. That's it.
He also like destroys her arm.
Yeah, because he destroys the spear that he gave her.
Mm-hmm.
And Inuyasha gets mad, and Naruto's like, you know what? I think you are also going to do the same thing. So like, you should be grateful to me. Come on.
Yeah, like I did you a favor.
And now the passage to the afterlife is going to be open because Miyoga also showed up and was like, Lord Inuyasha, you gotta watch out for the big bird. It's a demon bird from hell. It has ties to the Netherworld. And now that the bird's dead, I guess we can open up a way to there like, somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems very plot convenient that like,
Yep.
hey, by the way, she secretly opens up this whole thing. It's like, sure, you know what? Why not?
Yep. But that's how we end the episode. Everyone's just like, oh no.
Oh no.
Next time we'll be discussing episode 155 entitled The Demon Protector of the Sacred Jewel Shard, where we go over to the Netherworld through a very clearly real river of blood that's not purple or anything.
Purple river of blood.
And then they're gonna go over there and find Big Dad's gravesite.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's
And
just
oh no,
chilling.
Big Dad might be attacking. What?
Big Dad angry.
But also it's just that crystal man instead.
Yeah, we'll find out all about that next time. But for now, if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimeCheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts, like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. Follow us on Blue Sky at SeasonalAnimeCheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. So join us next time as we go to the Netherworld. Ooh, spooky.
Spooky.